Oh, wait. Are we starting the show, Rhonda?
Wait, yeah, we're starting the show.
Man, we were just getting going on this.
We weren't doing anything.
No.
We're doing anything. Yeah.
This is just. Let me have that.
Okay. All right. So yeah, sorry. You know, it's just kind of stuff we do around here. Hey, welcome to Pond Boys, you guys. Sorry we're getting started late. Hopefully you hung out with us. The home of where you can buy anything, imagine anything, and where the dogs bark on cue. Ring that doorbell, Rhonda. See? Dogs bark on cue on Pond Boys, man. You can't get any better entertainment than that, dude.
That's good stuff.
Hey, you know, it's a good show today. We're actually, Kirk and I are together today in this all in one spot. So he joined me here at Lightning Pond. And today's guest is Phil Bowyer, and he should be on shortly, right, Rhonda?
He should be. He's rebooting his computer.
You look a little sweaty today, Rhonda. Is everything okay?
Yeah. Well, you know, two of my favorite people tend to make me nervous on Mondays. So, just saying. Not mentioning names.
We're relaxed. Does it look a little weird? I mean, we're coming to you. We're having some computer problems today, obviously, and we're coming to you from the phone. How's it look?
I can see you fine now.
Oh, okay. We're good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, hey, listen, while we're waiting for Phil to come in, we don't have Top Jimmy on today, right? Did we not hear from him?
Yeah, he's on vacation. He's on his way home.
Oh, where'd he go? Do you know where he went?
No.
We don't get vacations.
No, we don't get vacations.
Oh.
We went to Top Jimmyville.
Okay. All right. So, hey, we got Pawn or Die today, which is going to be awesome, and we got some great stuff to show you. We got some great stuff to talk about. Should be a good one. Like I said, hopefully you hung out. We're sorry we're late, but we are here, and we should have Phil here momentarily. So we are patiently waiting for him to come in. He had to.
I'm hearing voice, but not in video.
Well, that's better than not voice, Phil. Welcome, dude. So
thanks, man.
You are you having problems with your camera like we are?
Yeah, it just won't work.
Okay. We can't see your bright and shiny face, but we can hear you.
Yes, you can hear my voice, but can't see my face, which is probably a good thing because I got in late from Seattle about 3 o'clock this morning. So.
What were you doing in Seattle? Were you business or pleasure? Or?
Business and pleasure. Yeah,
Oh.
Was hanging out with Jess Doole and Nora Whalen and Scott Scowcroft, and so having a good time.
Nice. Did you eat any good seafood?
I did not. That's the one thing we didn't get. And on the way home, my wife is like, you know what? We totally forgot to get seafood. So
In Seattle?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. Yeah.
There we go.
Hey, look,
Okay.
there you are.
Is that better?
That's much better.
Oh, okay. It was the technical genius of Kirk right here that got this.
That's not true. I just pushed a button and it worked.
So you forgot to eat seafood in Seattle? That's like forgetting to eat like pizza in San Francisco, dude. What's going on with that?
Yeah, well, you know, I'm not a big seafood dude anyway, so for me it didn't even enter my mind. My wife likes seafood more than I do. So
okay, gotcha. You know, so did you ride any of the ferries up there? Did you?
No, we took the monorail, went into Seattle a little bit, into the city yesterday, and before we took off. But yeah, we had some fun, a little bit of work and a little bit of fun, so it had a nice balance.
Seattle's a cool place. You ever been to Seattle, Kirk?
Oh man, I lived up there.
Oh, that's
all
true.
The time,
that's right. Yeah,
Pikes
that's
Market.
kinda,
I mean, I spent my life in there.
Yeah, that's an awesome place. I love that. So coming to us straight from Idaho Falls, and more affectionately known as IF. Is that correct?
You got it. That's right.
How long have you lived there?
We've been here about 8 years, I guess it is now.
And so, where did you grow up? Where'd you come from?
I grew up in a little town called Thornton, which is just outside of Chicago. And when I was 15, I moved to Southern California and lived there till about 8 years ago when we moved here. So. Okay.
And so, did you, for any particular reason? I mean, IF is a great place. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know many people that don't move there for a good reason.
We needed to get out of Southern California. It was just too crowded, too expensive, and we needed a better place to raise our kids.
Yeah.
And so the story is that we were figuring out where we wanted to go. My wife was watching some PBS special, and the Teton Mountains were on it. They were doing a show on the Tetons. And so I'm like, oh, that's really cool. So she's like, okay, what's around there? So we looked at Jackson Hole first, and then IF stuff started coming up, and then we ended up settling on IF and coming up here.
You know, that part of the country, like the Grand Teton National Park and Jackson Hole, and you probably, because you live up there, you probably have driven it millions of times, but that road from Jackson Hole going into Yellowstone, have you ever taken that road?
Mm-hmm.
It is arguably one of the most beautiful scenic places that I have ever seen in this world. I mean, Definitely. It is absolutely gorgeous. It does get butt cold up there, though. Is that right?
Yeah, it can get pretty chilly.
What does that mean, butt cold?
I don't know.
My butt never gets that cold, if that's what we're trying to.
Well, that's because you lather that thing up with butt butter.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like a Solo can down there.
That's right. I'm not going to find out.
I know, right? But I didn't understand the terminology. I just want to know how cold was butt cold. Does anybody out there know how cold butt cold is?
Well,
I'm from Canada, for crying out loud.
I have been. I can tell you that it's very cold.
Yeah.
I spent some time in Rexburg up there.
Oh, okay,
And let me just tell you the story. I was walking to class one day, and my apartment was kind of up on the hill, and they have, in that history of that school, they've never closed it down once for like horrible weather. And I'm halfway between the school and the apartment, and I literally thought I was going to fall down in the snow, and they probably wouldn't have found me until it melted in the spring. But it was
March, probably.
Oh, it was unbearable. I don't know how long. 10 below. Once it gets below 10, I think it doesn't matter after that. But the wind blows there. But I had a good time. It was fun. It was fun times. So took quite a few trips up into Yellowstone, and I'm sure you've seen all that sights living up there, right? You've gone through all that.
Yeah, we don't get out a whole lot because we're always sitting here working and stuff like that, trying to dominate the world and everything. But yeah, we try to get out when we can.
Trying to rule the world, man. So I've been trying for years, and it just is not working out for me.
It's not easy. It's not easy to do.
Yeah. I need some of those gloves, the big like black gloves that come up to your elbows, and some mad scientist goggles and stuff, and then I can rule the world.
Some Dr. Nefario.
Yeah, that's that. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong, but
hard to type with those though.
You get that? What's that speech activated one, Dragon or something like that? You get that, you don't have to worry about any type.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Then you have to talk like an evil warlord, though, to make it work, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, have an evil laugh.
Yeah, maniacal laugh. I don't have that.
No, me neither.
I bet Phil does. He's got a deep voice.
Let's hear that evil laugh, dude. Come on. Oh.
See, I knew he had it.
That's convincing, dude.
That's convincing.
The hair stand up on the back of my neck.
There you go.
I can attest to that. It's kind of awkward.
So Phil, what's going on with you, man? What have you been doing lately?
Just breaking rules, the usual. I'm finishing up my book that I hope to get out here at the end of August, beginning of September. Getting ready to ramp up season 2 of the Rule Breaking Ideas show. Helping my wife get her book out, so keeping busy.
So how does, Idaho Falls is not a very rule-breaking area. How do you fit in there?
Not very well.
What's that?
Not very well.
You're a square peg in a round hole. Are you there?
You could say that. Yeah, that would be a good way to do it. To say it. Yep.
But do you like it?
I like the peacefulness. I like the the pace, sort of. It's kind of I don't want to say it's a slow pace, but it's the how can I explain it? Being, growing up in, my teens and 20s and stuff in Southern California, it's a whole different lifestyle than it is here. Everybody's like constantly on the go. Nobody takes the time to sit down and relax. Up here, people tend to do that a little more, so I like that aspect of it. I don't like the fact that everything closes around here at like 3 o'clock, but that takes some getting used to. And that I can't go to the liquor store on Sundays.
Yeah,
but
you can't buy beer on Sundays, man. That's like Utah County up here. So, but you got to get it on Saturday.
It's good.
Dude, Sunday.
That's what Saturday is for, preparing for Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
There's
right.
a song about that.
There's a song about it. Saturday is the special day, the day you buy beer for Sunday.
Yeah, so you must buy on Sunday because after all, or Saturday, because after all, Sunday is the Sabbath, and you can drink it on Sunday just as long as you don't buy it on Sunday. So, right?
I suppose, yeah, I guess so. We can work around that. There's 6 other days I can get it. Stock up for Sunday.
So getting back to what you're doing, man. You're finishing up some projects and working on some projects and.
Yep.
So
I'm also working with. I mentioned, I was hanging out with Jess and Nora over the weekend. We're working on a new venture called Infusion Principles. So we're getting ready to do a summit here in a couple weeks, which is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of work to put together, but that should be a lot of fun. We've got David Amerland speaking and Stephanie Sims and some really good people. So looking forward to that.
And is that something you're doing online?
Yeah, that's an online summit. We'll have a conference in San Diego in February, so that's something you can actually come to. But yeah, this summit is online.
Okay. Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
So what got you into this line of work, man? I mean, are you one of those guys that have done just a little bit of everything and it kind of led you to this, or what motivates you? What pushes your buttons, so to speak?
Well, I was actually a fireman for 10 years. In my other life, I was a fireman, and then in '94, the World Wide Web kind of came into existence, and so I'm like, this is really cool, man. I can handle this, because before that, I had a grocery delivery service that flopped. But we took orders over America Online, if anybody remembers those clowns.
Oh my goodness!
And so I really wanted to do something like that on the internet where I could, but everything was closed up. It was all online services like, CompuServe and stuff. So the web came out. I'm like, this is cool. So I started building websites and hosting websites for companies. And then, fast forward a few years, here I am doing what I do now. So
you've kind of been at that since the get-go.
Pretty much, yeah.
Why do you think that grocery business flopped? I've always thought that was a good idea.
I don't know if we were too early in the game. I think for us, we didn't, we had a contract with grocery stores, and grocery stores don't want somebody like me coming in and taking food to their customers. They want the customers in so they can get those impulse buys and stuff like that. So I think they looked at us as stealing business rather than giving them business. But we were giving them, business of people that would never go to their store. So,
that big grocery store industry, man, they're evil.
They are evil. They are. So, I don't know. I think there's some grocery stores that are doing that. So I still think it's a great idea, but it's tough.
Timing is everything, dude, and no matter what you're doing, timing is everything.
Yep.
And so, I mean, you could have a brilliant idea and maybe just shelf it for a while and come back to it maybe at another time. So
yeah,
that's interesting.
I'm holding on to Fortune wipes. I've been kind of holding that. I haven't done anything with that.
Yeah. So, but I think that it's a timing issue, man.
That is a timing issue.
So, I mean, when people just get really sick of like dirty body parts while they're eating Chinese food,
Right.
so that's probably the key there. So, what do you think, Rhonda?
Yeah. It's
You're
all
very
in the
quiet
timing.
today. You're very
I'm
quiet.
watching the comments and just listening to Phil because this is my first time with Phil. So
Yeah.
I'm just soaking it all in.
Soaking it all in. See how
Yeah,
you
is it? Yeah.
see what effect you have on people, Phil. She's not generally this speechless, but you got her
No.
speechless
I'm
today.
never
Uh-oh.
speechless,
Okay.
ever. I would like to know, Phil, about you being the youngest firefighter at age 14. That sounds interesting.
That is interesting. That is interesting.
Yeah, back in, like I said, my town was really small that I grew up in. It was like less than 400 people. I don't even, when I lived there, it was probably closer to 300. It was a tiny little town, and we had this 2-station volunteer fire department. And, I'm like, well, like every little boy wants to be a fireman, right? So our family friend was the fire chief, so we got to bend the rule. First major rule that I broke was joining the fire department at an early age, a year younger. Well, it was actually not quite a year, more like a few months early. And so I spent, we moved the next year, so I was only there for about a year. And then that was a lot of fun. That was, I saw a lot of things as a young teenager that probably young teenagers shouldn't see, death and cars wrapped around telephone poles, that sort of thing. But it was, I think, a really invaluable experience, and I'm not going to say it's something everybody should experience, but it kind of shaped who I am today. So
Is that something that, is that something that you aspire to do again, or are you done with that?
No, I'm done with it. It's it's a great gig. I love it, and around fire season, we have fires. I miss it. I see the smoke and the headers and stuff, and I'm like, it'd be great to be out there again. But that part of my life is done. I'm an entrepreneur now. I've got too much of that in my blood, right, flowing through my veins to give that up and go back. Plus, I'm an old fat guy now, so that's not going to work.
I've seen old fat guys do fire stuff. Wait a minute, isn't that maybe that's the cops? Yeah, okay, so never mind. No.
Well, that is cops. The closest I get to that now, I'm a volunteer with our police department, so I get to hang out.
Oh, so you fit right in.
Yeah.
So you fit right in. Okay.
I fit right in.
You like donuts and all that kind of stuff, so because I'm sure
Who
they
doesn't like donuts? Donuts and bacon.
Donuts and bacon or both at the same time. So, hey, I got to go grab some jewelry for somebody. So, give me just a sec. Kirk's got you handled. So, give me 1 sec.
So I've got a question for you, Phil. So is this something that they do in that town that you came from, that they just are like, you know what, there's a boy and he's 14, let's just throw him into the fire department?
It was actually the age cutoff was 15, and yeah, it was a lot of how can I explain it? You could think of it as kind of a cadet program, but you were thrown right into the fire, so to speak. They didn't treat you like.
Oh,
a
here's
cadet.
a new kid. Just throw him in there.
And just throw him in there. There you go.
And if he makes it out, then he's all right.
Yeah, it was.
He'll be all right. Just roll around.
Calls.
Roll around if you have fire. Isn't that what you do? Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, stop, drop, and roll. There you go. Yeah, it was. Yeah, we didn't get a lot of calls. It was a slow department. So there was a lot of training involved and a lot of hanging out and learning cuss words and all that kind of good stuff. So.
Did you ever watch Fire Marshal Bill? Phil?
Oh yeah. Let me show you something.
You can see his teeth all dried out. And his neck. Let me show you something.
That's awesome, man.
You're walking along with your sweetheart. And you catch on fire. That guy?
Fire Marshal Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You look just like him. That was awesome.
Fire Marshal Bill.
Thank you.
That's what we're gonna call you from now on.
Oh.
I missed that, man.
I loved that show, man. I used to watch it all the time. I don't know what was up with that. So your book, I've kind of followed along a little bit about your book. I've always wanted to write my own book, and not somebody else's book, but my own book. And I've always wanted to write my own book, and I thought, well, I should do that. But I don't know where to. I mean, I sit down to do that, and I get distracted or something. I don't even know where to start. Where would I start if I wanted to write my own book?
I think writing a book is something that there's two ways to approach it. My wife's also a writer, and she writes both fiction and nonfiction. And for her, it's more of she's compelled to tell this story. So for me, I'm compelled to write this book so I can make some money and share my knowledge. So there's a couple different approaches. I like to start with an outline of my ideas. I usually, there's a little bit of that compelled to tell a story thing with me as well. I kind of like, okay, I have this idea for a book, and then I just start outlining it and coming up with the chapters. So my outline equals all the chapters that I have, and then I just start writing those chapters and see where it leads. And there's a lot of, we're going to get rid of that, we're going to get rid of this, add this in. Over the course of a year or so, you've got yourself, hopefully, a book that people can learn from and enjoy and have. I like to make have a lot of actionable stuff that people can walk away with. My books aren't very long; they're short, sweet, and to the point. So.
When you say short, like how short?
You're looking at anywhere between 70 and 80 pages.
Okay.
Something along those lines.
That's good. I like the kind of book you just want to read in a short amount of time, just really enjoy them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's we've all got businesses to run. We've all got things to do. We can't be spending weeks and weeks reading books. Here's I give you something you do over a weekend or maybe a week, and then there you go.
That's what the Germans said. We're busy. We don't have time to read all these books, so let's burn them. I think that's what they said.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, we don't want to burn books.
I'm just kidding. No.
Do your books have any pictures in them?
My first book had screenshots in it of stuff that I was explaining, stuff like that. But no picture books.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. I get a little bored if they don't have pictures in them, but I guess I had to use my imagination because I got to get one of those. So, just saying. Yeah.
You want pictures? Ryan wants pictures, so I got to put pictures in.
You
got to put a couple of pictures in there, man. I mean, just
some random pictures. You'd be reading along about the story, and you're like, "What the heck is this all about? Why is there this picture in there?" And at the bottom, you just say, "Random picture."
Random picture.
Yeah,
okay.
Doesn't really have anything to do with what you're writing about.
This is a picture I liked. This is my book, damn it. Put in whatever I want.
Some eye candy, just some little eye candy to break up the monotony of all the words.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. Pictures and books, man, they go together. So, I mean, I've been that way since I was in first grade, and so it just has never left me. So, pictures and books.
You could put in a blank page and at the bottom draw a picture of what you just read. Like they do in school.
Yeah.
That people have their own imagination. You could see all these different pictures that people have drawn.
You got to do that, man. You have to do that. Next
that
book.
Could be your book, Kirk.
My book would be just a bunch of blank pages, dude. Just draw whatever you want. Just pick up whatever you want and draw it on there. That's my book, damn it.
Yeah, there you go.
So next book, Phil, pictures. Okay.
Next book, pictures. Okay. All right. We can do that. I can do that.
Just because the Pond Boys said, right?
Don't let Rhonda send you any pictures, okay? Because Rhonda some pictures.
Yeah, she's good at cut and pasting stuff.
Oh yeah, we don't want to even go there.
Yeah. So maybe not have her do your illustrations for you.
Hey, when's your birthday, by the way?
No, don't tell her. Don't tell her your birthday.
Uh-oh.
Whatever you do. Oh, you don't need to tell her. She'll find out.
She has ways.
She has ways.
Yeah, man.
Uh-oh.
She'll take your head and put it on something weird and make it move, and
Uh-oh.
Hey, I'll let you off the hook for your birthday, Ryan.
Well,
You'll get kilted.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
get.
Okay.
Oh, that's too funny.
So, what are your aspirations, Phil? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I want to be living in Sweden and traveling Europe.
For serious?
For serious.
So why Sweden?
Well, I have some friends there. You know, a good buddy of mine lives there, and who I've never met, but we've known each other forever.
Is that Mike?
That's Mike. Yep. And so we've got some friends there, and I like the culture, and yeah. And it's close proximity to both Germany and Denmark, so in a weekend I can go hit 3 countries and have some fun.
Real close to Amsterdam.
Yep.
If you want to go there.
Yeah.
Just
I
saying.
think that dog just farted. Can you smell that? I was like, what's that sound? And now it's like, what the?
It wouldn't surprise me. Hey, ring that doorbell again, Rhonda.
Oh, wait. I'll have to. There we go.
Hold that up and ring that doorbell again. Yeah, she did.
Farted.
Yeah, she farted.
She
And
knows
usually,
it. She's wallowing in shame now.
Yeah. What did you eat this morning,
Dog
Zoe?
farts. We're having smell-o-vision.
So that's kind of a weird transition, Phil. So you go from SoCal to Idaho Falls to Sweden.
Yep. Yeah. That is. Yeah, it's quite the transition.
Phil, just doing what he wants.
That's right.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna go Sweden.
That's right.
That's awesome, man. That's cool. You're gonna go do that.
That's great. So is that something that's really in works for you then?
Yeah, it's in the works. We hope to be over there within the next couple years. My daughter's starting college here in a couple weeks, and so once we get a couple years into that, then we'll go over there and we'll study abroad too. So we'll hop over there and see what kind of damage we can do to Europe.
Yeah, I'm sure plenty. But so you're gonna be empty nesters. You're gonna have any kids at home.
Yep. Yeah,
Wow.
all 4 of our. Yeah, she's the last one out of all 4. So.
How would that be? I mean, I do not see the light at the end of the tunnel with that one, dude. I can't. So that would be unbelievable. But
Ryan's tunnel is full of diapers right now.
it is, man.
Oh, I remember those days.
Cheerios everywhere.
So the difference.
And I'm glad that was like 18 years ago. So yeah.
How old are you, man?
I'm 44.
Oh my gosh. So I got 3 years on you, and you're telling me you haven't changed a diaper in 18 years?
Well, no, let's see. Probably
More.
17 years? Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, man. Come on, get your facts straight. A year, man.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna jump up on the roof naked with a high-powered rifle because that depresses the crap out of me. Okay.
I'm going to leave and go to work before you do that. Is it okay if I leave first before? Oh, no.
I can do that because
It's America.
it's American.
Now you can't go doing that over in Sweden, Phil. They'll.
That is
Yeah,
true. You can't.
That would be a little strange. So, well, good, man. I mean, you. It sounds like you've got it all planned out, and you are well on your way to fulfilling your dreams, man. And I love that, man. I love that. It's good to hear somebody that just has it together. And I never doubted that about you, but.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm a big believer. Oh, go ahead, Kirk.
I just say if I hadn't cut my own hair, I'd take my hat off to you.
You still struggling with
I'm
that?
still struggling with that. Look, man, I'm telling you, look at that.
Let's fill it in. It's not as bad as it was last
I
week.
know, right?
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Phil. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm a big believer in having a destination and knowing where you want to go and you know what you want to do with your life. A lot of people talk about the journey, and while the journey is important, it's kind of useless unless you know where you're going. You got to know what roads to take to get you to where you need to be. So, yeah, everybody should have their destination in mind and get there and enjoy the journey along the way. But yeah, you got to have your destination.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reverend Phil Bowyer, you said it. That's so true.
That's call to action for this week, man. I can't. That's I can't say any better. Say it any better than that. So, all right, dude. We are. Are you ready to play Pawn or Die?
Oh, I just hope I don't die. But I'm ready. Let's do it.
Anybody know?
It's time for Pawn or Die.
If that doesn't intimidate you, Phil, I don't know what would.
Yeah, I think I need to get going right now, so I'll see you guys.
Hey, so we got some easy items and we got some hard items, and I don't. You got something good in store for us, man?
Oh yes,
So
always.
So the way it works, my friend, if you don't know already, is that you are opening up a fictional pawn shop, and to do this, you're getting 5,000 fictional pawn dollars to do this. The name of the game is to pay enough for the item to be able to get the item, and what that means is you can't pay below what I actually pay for the item to get in the store. Okay.
Okay.
And then you want to be able to accomplish a one-time markup on that item. So don't pay too much for the item as to not to be too close to its retail price. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And so I'm gonna make you give me what you would buy that item for and what you would sell that item for.
Okay.
From there. So item number 1. Can you see it?
There you go.
It's a lightning bolt picture, and you have to buy that. Oh, there it is.
It's a helicopter.
All right. Let's see. It's a toy helicopter.
Yeah, but
fly
this
on its
is.
own.
Yeah, let me just give you a little background on this thing. This is not just any helicopter. This is a one of those really, really nice ones. Now, it's not one of the big ones. It's probably about 8 inches long.
It's a firefighting helicopter. It dumps 1 cup of water on the fire.
You can use it for that. Yes. Yeah, you can.
Sweet.
So
now you understand.
So it's all of the stuff with the exception of the radio itself. But it is brand new, never been used.
Okay. Well, let's see. I have no
What would you pay for
idea.
that item, and then what would you turn around and sell that item for?
Let's see here. I would go with. I'd buy it for. Oh, I have no idea. Like 150 maybe. Sell it for 2.25.
Okay, well wait a minute here. You got to have at least Keystone, so you got to have at least a one-time markup.
Okay.
You buy it for $112.50.
Yeah. So you're thinking that thing's worth about $225.
I actually have no idea. That was just a guess I pulled out of my backside.
Well, let me just tell you that that's not a bad guess.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's adjust your buying just a little bit.
Okay, so I need to go lower on that. Okay. What'd I say? 150 I'd buy it for?
Yep.
Okay. So
Now you're running a business here, man. You got to make this happen.
how about 110?
Okay. I like that. And sell for $2.25, right?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Item number 2, Miss Green.
There it is. This is the amp, the Marshal mini amp.
Yeah. Okay. Do not be deceived This is not a big one.
It's like this big.
Let me show you.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Oh, okay.
That is the actual amp.
Well, all right.
Okay.
But
You just add water and it grows.
it grows.
So like a chia amp?
It's
Yeah,
a cheetah
amp.
It is not the one from Back to the Future.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see. I will go for.
Are you into music at all? Like me playing
Oh,
music?
he totally is.
I don't play. I listen. So I'm not very knowledgeable on the equipment and stuff, really.
Marshall is a like if you ever notice like these guys doing concerts and stuff, a lot of times they're gonna have Marshall stuff up on stage. So it's good stuff. Not First Act that you buy from Walmart. Speaking of Walmart, did you get your spinners, Rhonda?
No, not yet. I'm still.
Oh, okay.
They're on
Rhonda's
layaway.
Yeah.
Layaway. That's what I'm doing.
Of course they are.
How else would you get those?
She put 3 of them on layaway.
She's trying to outfit her minivan with spinners, and good for you, Rhonda, for putting those on layaway.
Thank you. Thanks for the idea.
Layaway.
That's the funniest thing I've heard today, man.
That is funny.
All right, let's see. I think I'll buy this for 15, sell it for 65.
Okay. Okay. All right. Number 3, layaway girl.
The guitar.
Layaway Green. She just got a new name.
Oh,
Can you
great.
say that for us in your southern accent?
Layaway
Put this on
green.
layaway.
I can't right now.
Can y'all put this on layaway for me?
Oh,
Oh, that's
we love our
awesome.
southern friends, man.
I didn't know you were Southern, Rhonda. I don't know how I didn't
Oh,
know that.
yeah, it's not
Should
evident at
tell.
all.
Somebody's got to love them.
That's awesome. All right, so this bad boy, I think we'll do. We'll do. Buy it for 50, sell it for 235.
I like your thought process on that. I do. I like your thought process on that. So, 235.
There though.
I'm curious to know what your logic behind that is, because the margin is so great.
Let's see. I think that you could probably. My thinking is this: that guitars probably people want to get rid of them, so you could probably get them for cheaper, and because people want them, I think you could get a little more for them than you could buy them for, if that makes sense. Like the ratio is a little different.
That is exactly right. That's why I ask you that, because it's I tend to pay lower on guitars because of that reason. And they don't move super fast, but they will sell. I mean, that guitar probably new was $500. But you know, it's that market is really tough. They don't fly out the door. That one happens to be an 8-string, so it's a little bit more unique. But guitars in general, unless it's like a vintage Gibson or a vintage Fender or something like that, and there's a huge market for that type of thing. So
yeah.
All right, number 4.
I have no idea what a sluice box is.
Oh, see, I was waiting for this one. For all those gold miners out there, they know what a sluice box. You know what a sluice box is?
Oh, yeah. I've used one before.
Okay, explain to us what you do with that.
Let me see the picture a little bigger. But a sluice box is so that it shakes the gravel and all the big, heavy heavy stuff to the bottom, so all the gold falls through the sluice box into a little pan where it comes out with what they call black silt. And that black silt is where you find the gold in because it's all heavier. And then all the big rocks and everything, it shifts it all out, so you just have what's left over is that black silt and your gold in there.
And they come in different sizes.
Yeah, yeah.
And they come in like fancy or like motorized ones, or this one happens to be a smaller hand one that you do. But they are not cheap, I tell you that. Don't let the metal box deceive you. They're not cheap. And this one happens to be brand new. It's never been used. So
Okay.
I went to a gold mine one time when I was in Kelowna, BC, in Canada.
Yeah.
And we went to this huge gold mine. They had this massive sluice box. I mean, had this big conveyor belt. And we're looking in the sluice box, and the guy was kind of pointing all this stuff out to us. And I'm looking in the sluice box, and I'm not kidding you. I was seeing gold nuggets in there that were this big, just laying in there. And I asked the guy, I said, "Is this pretty common?" He goes, "Yeah, this is a smaller, stuff of what we get. We get much bigger ones than that. But there were gold nuggets in there that they were this big that they were panning out.
Wow.
Well, they weren't panning them out. They were running them through the sluice box. It was
that is interesting to me because
That's awesome.
gold nuggets. I'm going to get off the subject here, but I think this is interesting. Gold nuggets aren't just worth what their weight is in gold. They
have some intrinsic value.
Yeah, they have some intrinsic value, and depending on where they are found, because guys that are really, really well studied with this stuff can look at how the nugget is shaped and know exactly where it's come from. Yeah, they can say, oh yeah, this one came from Nevada, or this one came from Montana or Utah or whatever, because they all have, when they're formed, they were formed differently, and depending on the region and the areas, they look different. But that is huge. A gold nugget that size is huge, man.
Yeah, well, and there were lots of them. It wasn't just one. There were many in there, and I couldn't believe how many were in there. And then, of course, there were other gold flakes and smaller nuggets, but there were a bunch of them in there that they were this size.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess that's pretty much what they get out of there. That placer mine.
That's crazy.
Where was that at?
I was in Kelowna.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they do a lot of gold mining. I think it would be so much fun to have like a little gold claim or gold mine. I mean, just go up there to mess around. I mean,
Got the sluice box. Let's just go find
let's
one.
do it, man. I mean, there's a ton of gold in their hills up
Let's
here.
just go start putting dirt in there and see what happens.
Yeah. So, anyway, what would you pay for that item, and what would you sell it for?
All right, this is a total guess because I have no idea. I will go with $175. Sell it for $345.
Okay. All right, last item, Green. This is an easy one.
I'm not seeing it here. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Okay.
No, they're not much.
An iPhone. Okay,
Yeah.
an iPhone 4S.
This is the- Yeah, 4S, 16 gig, AT&T in awesome shape.
Let's see here. See, I'm not a big Apple guy, so I would offer maybe $5, and then I'd give it to some hobo guy on the street, or something.
Hey, we don't say hobo. Phil, you can't say hobo.
I like hobo dinners.
I love hobo dinners. We can't say hobo.
Why?
That's not politically correct.
Oh, yeah,
Well, I'm not PC. I have nothing against hobos. Hobos are awesome.
I aspire to be a hobo myself. I mean, what a life, right?
Yeah.
So are you a Samsung guy?
I actually hate smartphones. I was never.
Oh, you got an old flip phone, a brick phone.
Yeah, I did. Well, I actually didn't get a smartphone until about a year ago. And my son gave me his old Samsung, like one of the first Samsung phones, and I used that up until a few months ago, and I've got a Nexus 4 right now. So.
See, this is like Phil. Hello. Hello. Are you there?
That's funny stuff.
Well, see, as a guy that designs websites and stuff too, it presents all sorts of problems. You got to design like 12 different websites now for these stupid cell phones, and everybody's got them glued to their ear or whatever. Their
Big
hand.
waste of time a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. All right. So let's get serious here. We'll do I'll do. I know these things aren't cheap. Let's see. We'll do.
Now, it is 3 generations old. So after that, they came out with the 5, and then the 5S. They have the 5S now.
It goes to 11.
All right, we'll do 35 and sell it for 85.
Okay. Sell for 85. Now, the reason I put this on here is that we are going to be starting here really, really soon, changing iPhone glasses like when people break the front of them. So we're going to start doing that here at Lightning Pond. So.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fixing your iPhone for you, fixing your iPad for you. So that's kind of where we want to go. So anyway, that was kind of strategically put there for that reason.
There
so
you go.
Get that plug in there. So all right. So now this part of Pawn or Die, dude, is important. So this is Jerk's junk, affectionately known as. You can take that however you want, Phil. So, okay, this is the first time I've seen this. So the idea is we're going head to head because we have never seen it. Neither of us have ever seen this before. Only Kirk and Rhonda knew about this before. So
cool.
You got to do the same thing with this, then I got to do the same thing.
Okay.
So we're going head to head here.
So Ryan's going to write his answer down, and then you're going to tell us what it is, and we're going to see how close you guys are on that. And that's that you get to go head to head with Ryan.
So I have to guess what Ryan picked, or I have to do like
which you would pick. See who got closest.
Oh, okay. Is it like The Price is Right? So who's ever lowest? Can I do like $1 and then win, or?
$1.
Okay.
He's in the way.
It's a set of forks and knives.
Okay.
And the forks and knives are by the American Cutlery Company.
Okay.
They're silver. They're real silver.
So they're sterling.
Sterling silver.
Okay.
And the handles
It's
are
like a mother of pearl.
Mother of pearl.
Okay. All right. That's beautiful stuff. Now, do you have it? Is it just that, or is it a full set?
No, it's not a full set. It's 6 forks and 6 knives.
That's beautiful.
Or maybe it's 8 forks and 8 knives.
Is that something at your house? Do you have that at your house?
I have it at my office.
Oh. Okay.
Somebody traded me some bike parts for it.
I was going to say, do you do fine dining there often?
Every once in a while, I just have a little bit of beefsteak by myself in my office, and I just eat it. I won't be expensive.
It is
I want to.
ghastly to use something that's not sterling silver.
Yes, I would never be using plastic
Ghastly.
Only the finest cutlery for my son.
Eat your beef Wellington.
Eat your beefsteak.
You go first.
Of course I do.
Let's see here.
That way I can't cheat and copy
He's writing
you.
it down right now.
Okay, what's you writing down, Kirk? Let me know so I can.
8 forks and 8 knives.
No. Okay.
Eight forks and 8 knives?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, let me ask you, this is important, though. So generally on the knives, the blade is stainless, and the handle or whatever's with the handle is sterling. Is that correct on these?
That, as far as I know, that they're all sterling.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's an older set, and so I think it's all sterling.
Wow. Yeah, that's...
Wow, okay. I will go with, let's see, I'd buy it for maybe $4.75 and sell it for let's see, maybe I have no idea. Let's see here. $11.75.
Okay.
And I'm probably way off on that. I think I'm gonna die. I think I might have to run here.
You're already calling that run right now?
Okay, so Mike, you want me to start with that?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what happened. Traded those for some bike parts, and it wasn't very much. I didn't pay very much for that. And I did some searching around to try and find what the value was on those. I think the very closest I could come up with that is that it's about $200 is the maximum you can get out of those.
What did you say? How much?
About $200.
Oh.
Is the max you can get out of it.
They seems like they would be worth more just in scrap silver than that.
Right. Well, I don't know, because when I was looking on eBay and some other places for them, they were hanging right around there. Now, there were some that were priced quite high, but they didn't sell for that amount.
Right. So how? And that's just recently you looked at that.
Yeah, that's just the last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I overshot that one.
But I'll tell you what, the handles on them are real. I mean, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful set.
But they don't bring the kind of value that some of the other silverwares, maybe because they don't weigh quite as much and there's not quite as much silver.
Yeah, because they could handle. I mean, mother of pearl is not like a valuable material, so to speak.
Right.
So it just looks pretty. So I guess I would pay $150 for them, and probably try to sell them for $500.
Okay.
But I don't know. I was off on that one.
Yeah.
So I died too, dude. I died on my own show, man.
I gotta tell you,
Well, at least you were closer.
I was thinking I'd killed the fat calf when I got those, because I was thinking, man, I was thinking like Ryan, I'm gonna get like $500 for these things. About $200.
So let's go over and see how you did on the rest of this stuff, dude.
All right.
Item number 1, Juan.
Oh, hold on.
That's the
Helicopter. Mhm.
Yep. Okay. So these are pretty high end. You guessed 110 on this one, and you would sell for 225. I paid. You didn't do bad, because I think the thing's worth about 250. I paid 50. Does that make me a bad guy?
Yeah.
It does. Okay. Anyway, so that's all he wanted. I asked him how much they wanted, and he said $50, and I said okay. I didn't even argue with him. I mean, I didn't even try to beat him down for the $50, man.
Yeah.
So
That's not bad.
I'm trying. I got a warm fuzzy, man.
Yeah.
So. So you did okay on that one, dude. So.
It's your helicopter, is it?
No.
Okay. Some guy just came in. I'm like, oh crap, it's probably him.
he's in for his golf clubs. He's wanting to go golfing. I know it. So.
No, actually gonna fail.
Oh, okay. We can do that. Okay. So item number 2.
The Marshal amp.
Is this like a quiz to get hired or something?
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it isn't.
I mean,
Pawn or die to get hired.
Right.
So.
There you go.
it's like Pawn Stars or something.
No, better
I could
than
do
Pawn
this.
Stars. Ooh, he's just said the dirty word.
Uh-oh.
Dirty
He
word.
said it on there. He said it.
I
He
said
it.
stars.
He's pet stud.
That's just double now.
Just this.
Okay. Yeah, it's now 120.
Well, there goes his chance of employment.
Well, if you double it.
Sorry, dude.
Yes.
But, you know.
52, my friend. Out of 60. Ugh. See?
God.
See? This is what it's all about.
Grubby. My lord.
Okay, where are we at? Okay, so your guess was 15 on that one, and you smoked it on that one, dude. I paid $15 for it, and it's worth about $60.
Oh
So,
yeah, right on the money.
nice job, dude.
Cool. Awesome.
You guys aren't related, are you?
We're not.
No.
Okay, so I gave you 60. You give me 55 back.
52. No, you get 58. You get $8.
That's not fair. You cheater.
All right.
I'm telling Mom.
Okay, in for another month, dude.
I know.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an 8-string Ibanez RG8 in excellent shape. This is a serious, like that. Man, the neck on that thing, dude, is like if you got small hands, is really wide. So,
I have small hands.
Um,
I'm like a carnival worker. I have small hands and I smell like cabbage.
I'm not going there. Okay, I'm not going to do that.
That's true. Have you ever? I never mind.
Yeah, no.
all right,
Their
you
names
guess.
are Mo.
I paid or still. On or sell?
No, this one. No, both.
Both?
Both.
Either one?
Yeah.
I've
So
been
you guessed 50.
65.
Yeah. And you would sell for 235.
225.
Yeah. That's right on the money, dude. I paid $50. Now
Cool.
I put $300 on it, but I take anywhere, two or above. So that I was curious on that one because when you guessed that, that's like it was like what I would do.
And I'm not even looking at it, so I don't even know what kind of shape it's in. Okay.
The guy in the Kiss T-shirt knows what's going on.
Hey, come on.
This T-shirt, all right.
Okay, so where are we at? Number 4.
Number 4.
Are you doing
There it
something
is.
live?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh! I thought you were just going.
Sluice Box.
Uh-oh, okay.
Really?
I'm gonna be straight up front with you, Phil, on this one. You laid an egg, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
$15?
You guessed 175 on that.
No.
And 345. You would sell it for.
Mm-mm.
It sells for about 150, and I paid $50 for it. So.
Okay.
So.
You
But
said they were expensive, so I went on the high side.
well, I'm sorry if I tainted the water on that one, but
That is all your fault, Ryan.
I know. Sorry, man. My thought process on that one is it just is not just a metal box. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's more than that. So
All right.
anyway, that's okay. I'll take blame for that one, dude.
And if you strike it rich, man, it's worth priceless.
Yeah,
Priceless.
Priceless.
it is.
Okay, number
One more
4.
and I gotta go.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I'm picking on
That's
you.
all there
number
is.
5.
I'm picking on him.
Okay, you guessed $35 and sell for 85, and I think that is all because of your vendetta against Apple. Okay. I'm just saying, man. So that you would probably expect to pay on something like that $75, and you can still get about $200 out of them if they're in good shape.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, especially if it's got a crystal on it, freshly replaced by us here at Lightning Point. So,
35.
another shameless plug. So,
Now, do you have little any people with small hands that come in and do that? Little gnomes? How do you?
that's the secret, man. That's a trade secret. So,
You guys
see ya. That's trade secret right there. So we cannot divulge how we do that. So,
Okay.
anyway, I'll tell you after the show.
I just thought maybe there was some.
Yeah. So, okay, dude. So, I'm saying you probably
Shouldn't open a pawn shop.
Yeah, stick to that Swedish plan.
Yeah, yes. Stay to that. But, valiant effort. On some of them, dude, you were right on the money, and it wasn't just a guess, I think, man. You were like, I like your thought process on the guitar, and you were right on the money on the amp, and the other one, she sucked a duck, but that's okay. So, we can you say?
I don't even. What does that mean?
Those are coming, man. So,
There's a picture you can put in your book.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Pipe it. Okay, Bill.
Dude, I appreciate you coming on today, man. Did you have fun?
Oh yeah, thanks for having me on. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. This is a blast. Even if I did suck a duck.
So, stuff coming up that we can look for, that's coming up soon that we can look for at yours?
Yeah, the book, the season 2 of the Rule Breaking Ideas show, pretty much at the end of the month in September, beginning of September. Yeah.
Okay, so be heads up for that stuff. I'm sure, even though that it doesn't have any pictures, it's going to be an excellent read.
I might have to put in a couple pictures so
Yeah,
you read it.
yeah, something. So buy Phil's book, man. I mean, that I'm sure you've been able to help. I'm sure lots of people on here. So,
I try. I hope so.
Yeah. By breaking rules in Idaho Falls. So
That's right.
Hey, dude, thanks again. Next week we got Jerk's Corner. Do we know who we got on for that?
We do.
We do.
Okay.
We do.
So it's
Want me to
always,
tell you?
well, not necessarily if it's a surprise.
No, that's not. It's never a surprise.
Okay,
Rhonda, haven't we posted it all up already, Rhonda?
Who do we have
No,
on?
that's today.
That's
Kitty
today.
is going to be on the show next week.
Kitty.
Kitty.
Kitty. Oh, awesome.
Rajan is going to be on there.
So she's been on before, right?
Yes.
And I'm sure she's done a lot since she's been on. So
Yes. That's why we want to have her back.
we'll get
on.
updated on what she's been doing.
Yep.
So
She kicks ass. I love her.
She's a writer of sorts, also there, Phil.
She is. She's an excellent writer.
Yeah. You know, she wrote some of the verbiage for my website because I had written it previous, and it was, people were not understanding what it was saying in there. And so I asked her if she would write some stuff for that, and she did an excellent job. In fact, it's so well done that, I don't know if David Amerlin could have done it.
you know what? I need to get her to write for my website because I was just noticing, Rhonda, I don't know if you've seen this on my website, but and I've got to bring this to their attention. I've got a new website coming out. Another shameless plug.
Great, by the way.
It looks really good. However, under one of the comments when the guy's explaining kind of what we do, it says sell jewelry from your dead relative.
Oh, God. I'm so glad that bothered you, too.
You have to leave that in there.
I don't know. Did you notice that, Rhonda?
Oh, I noticed it in like 2 seconds flat. Trust me,
Yes.
there was an email coming on that one.
You know what? I didn't notice it
Okay.
because I hadn't really reviewed it, but I let my wife see this, and she's like, "Who in the hell wrote this?"
Well, I was thinking, is that like a Utah thing? Is that proper in Utah?
I don't know, but
We
now
don't do that here.
I'm speechless because
Go dig up graves and steal jewelry from the grave sites.
you might as well come out with a commercial. You have any relatives die this weekend? Pull the rings off their fingers and bring them in.
You got any relatives that are marginally sick? You have any relatives that are hanging on the edge of their lives?
So,
Steal their jewelry, bring it down to Lightning Pond.
Kitty, Kitty, if you're listening, I need your stinking help, okay? Because obviously there was something wrong with that, okay? That will not stay on my website.
That's great. I didn't know that was it.
But the website does look good. It's just needs some fine tuning, you see. So, and we'll get there. So, all right. So next week, Kitty and Jerk's Corner. We'll see you in 2 weeks back on Pond Boys. Thanks for joining us. Phil, thanks again, dude. I appreciate you coming on.
It was
Always,
awesome.
you know what? I'm always, guys of your stature and your reputation. When they make time to come onto my show, I'm very appreciative, and I thank you very, very much for taking.
Thank you. Thank you for those nice words.
So thank you.
Happy to be here.
Will you come back and visit us sometime?
Of course. I might have to come down there in person one of these days. You're just right down
Oh
the
man,
street.
that would be so great. You're not that far. What's Idaho Falls like? 5 hours?
3.5 hours?
Yeah, I think we're about a little over 3. I think to Salt Lake.
Yeah, come on, dude. Yeah, come on down, dude. We'll have you on live. That'd be awesome.
We'll fly you in.
Because that's the way we roll.
That's
here.
how we roll.
So
We're pawning dead people's jewelry.
if that works, dude, we'll fly you all in if that statement works. So it gets us in business. So anyway, thanks to the audience for hanging out with us. Thanks, Phil. Thanks, Rhonda. Thanks, Kirk. We'll see y'all next week. See ya.
See ya. Later.